you guys, what's up? Welcome back to Gals on the Go podcast. I'm Danielle.
I'm Brooke. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. For some reason, I want to like cheers you with our mics. That was really weird of me.
Well, if you guys are watching the video component, you should be. It's youtube.com/Gals on the Go podcast. We have a few upgrades.
We do. Finally, a lot of you guys made sure to let us know.
Oh, everyone made sure.
Last week's episode had I can't speak today. Technological difficulties, but we are back at it. Hopefully the words go with my mouth moving on the camera.
Yeah, we had like the frames per second differently on one. We are a 2-woman show. Today we had someone come and assist. Shout out to Jordan. So
yes, shout out Jordan.
Just 2 gals. Yeah, it's so funny because we do YouTube, as most of you know, and podcast, and people automatically assume that because of that we're like these like video
tech wizards.
Yeah. And that's simply not the case.
That is simply not the case. Like Jordan was like, so what bit do you guys have it at? And I was like, I do not know.
I've never heard of like these video settings before.
Yeah.
We're just 2 gals that are out here trying our very best.
I know, but it's so much fun and it's always so cool seeing you guys put on your stories, like us in your living room. So thank you guys so much today. Hopefully everything's looking better. And we have they're called microphone flags, like what you see in news reporters hold, like their logo, so it says Gals on the Go, and I'm just very excited about this. I feel so official.
Yeah, I feel really all here. So
all in.
I'm all in, baby. So how was your? Well, we recorded actually last week's episode, like in the same week that we recorded the episode before. So we have a lot of catching up.
So much to talk about.
I know. Well,
first things first.
First things first. Well, actually, there's a few first things first. First things first. We went on our first official double date over the week that
weekend. Great memory.
Yeah,
people were dying on the Instagram stories.
I know. Danielle goes,
oh,
she's like, because I've been obviously posting like sneaky bits of like a little arm here or whatever, and Danielle said,
well, because you said that people respond to your stories.
Yeah, I was like, people are responding, like the teasing, like the engagement has been off the charts. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and I'm not doing it for an intentional purpose, but it's just I understand. It's like,
people want to know.
Yeah. So then Danielle, we're at
because people respond to you like, oh my gosh, nice arms. He's got nice arms.
Yeah.
So they were at dinner and she posted a couple stories with him, and like his arm wasn't even in the frame, and I was like, I could just tell he's got strong arms. I like responded to each one. I'm glad I made you guys laugh.
It was very funny. Wait, no, I was talking about when you posted like double date with the gals.
Oh my bad.
Well,
I was thinking about
you posted double date with the gals. I was like, let's see the engagement go crazy, and it did, right?
Yes, I posted on my story like with the eye emoji, like gals on the double date. I mean, we've been waiting for this moment for so long.
I know, we really have, because I'm actually a big fan of double dates. Like, I wouldn't say like right off the bat, but like when you know someone's like, I hate to say like gonna stick around, like that's when it makes it more fun. I think double dates are fun no matter what, but it makes it more fun when you're with each other. Yeah,
and like you and I are like, unfortunately, like whoever we date, they're just gonna have to like the one of each of us.
Yeah, the dynamic. Yeah,
it's just a thing. They're the gals on the go boyfriends. Like that's.
They're the guys on the go.
They're the guys on the go. We'll have to make merch. But yeah, so we posted that and so many story replies like, oh my gosh, like it's great. Yeah, and people have been asking you questions about Ryan and your boyfriend, right? Like, are they friends? Yeah, and stuff like that.
Do they get along? Like whatever. My answer to that is, not that we have to make this whole conversation about them. My answer to that, you tell me if you agree. Like, I feel like if it wasn't for us, they probably wouldn't have been friends, but they get along fantastic. Does that make sense?
Oh. Yeah.
Or did you think that they would? I don't know. It's that's like interesting.
I think they'd be friends. Well, they wouldn't be friends because they didn't go to the same school.
That's more so what I mean. And like, maybe if they met in New York, like maybe they'd be like friends in passing, but like they get along so well. And like, I think that the dynamic of the 4 of us really works.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, maybe you talked to your boyfriend about it, but I don't know. Like, there's so many times I'll look over and they're talking. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
But
like, are they talking about football or are they talking about us? Like,
I don't know.
Or like something in between.
Who knows? No, yeah, it's been really, really fun, and it's nice that they like each other. That would be, that would suck. That'd be a red flag.
Yeah, green lot flag. Of questions. People have been asking me questions like, has he met? He has not met my parents. We haven't done that yet. We'll keep you guys updated, but. People ask like, has he met Danielle? That was like,
I know.
The list was like, that was early on. You guys met. Like,
I made a point. I was like, can we say how we met?
Yeah.
We met them for Bagels, but like there was a Georgia game that day. It was at noon, and Ryan was like, I need to like sit down and be watching it.
Yeah.
So we literally just went to go get bagels, but all we did was wait in line, and then we left and we ate our bagels at home. But it was perfect.
Yeah, we like went out the night before, so we were like, oh, we should probably go get breakfast, whatever, and like This was like many months ago now at this point. And yeah, so we went in the bagel line. They had like a very quick conversation. And we were like, we're really hungover and tired. Like that wasn't our best.
I think that was good though. It was a good. Yeah. And then the next time we went to an event all together. So I guess that was kind of a double date, but not really. And then we went to dinner and a show. We went to Little Rebel. That's what it's called. Yes. Yeah. And then we went to the stand. We went to a comedy show. So. And we saw Ashley Hesseltine in person, which was really cool. She's really funny. She's a great comedian. That was hysterical. She's from Girls Gotta Eat podcast, if you guys didn't know. So that was really cool, and that was really fun. So yeah, we did that. That was last weekend. Dinner and a show. And then we went back to Ryan's apartment and played Guitar Hero. Yes, we did. His roommate like busted out like the bootleg, but he has like the software that like isn't the original. Like I was like, this is. It was lagging, I gotta say, because everyone was doing so bad. They were like, put it on like easy mode, and we were all getting like booed off stage. I was like, well, how did this happen? I used to love Guitar Hero, but Ryan's roommate was like, it's kind of lagging with the guitar and the TV. And we're like, thanks for making us feel better. Like, I really think it was though, because I like to say back in the day, I was pretty good. Eye of the Tiger, Slow Ride, those are my songs. Slow, ding, 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 whammy. So then we did that, and then the next day, Ryan and I flew to Indianapolis, the Big I. Indy is that what they call? No, they call it. I think they call it like Indy. Yeah, Indy. I feel like that's. Oh my gosh, what a time! I was like watching back our episode from last week. Yeah, it was very funny. And we were saying like, are you gonna be barking? I actually barked a little bit. I did. No. Woof woof. I didn't realize people actually barked, but like people really do bark. Yeah. It was so funny. So spoiler alert: the dogs won. We are national champions. I don't think anybody's behind. I feel like sports is something you have to be updated in the moment. Like, not actually spoiler alert, but it was so fun. I played Ryan's girlfriend the whole weekend, the Southern girlfriend. I was with his boss and his wife. Yeah. So tell me what that role entails. It was actually so easy because I was like nervous, like I have to make my outfit like, more conservative, like you're just thinking about all these things. I'm laughing at like you just said, you're like, it was actually so easy. I'm like, yeah, because that's what you are. Like you are the Southern girlfriend. Like you're like, like actually the role that I played, it wasn't that challenging. That is me. I really connected with the character. You're right. We have this joke that like I have this, well, I guess it is me. Yes, it is me. You. It's not even an alter ego. It's just a version of you. Like everyone has versions of themselves. Like it's definitely not your like New York version, but like, yeah, but it is a part of me. Yeah. This is a part. You know that Lady Gaga sound on TikTok where she's like, I don't trust her, but I had to love her. Yes, like, yes. I should make a TikTok like that with the photos of me like at Easter with his family. Like, I had to be her. I had to wear the white capris. I don't trust her. I don't like her. I don't think she has good intentions, but I had to love her. That is so good. No, Ryan actually told me last week, and he was like, you are so easy to bring around. Like, you bring so much conversation up. I was so sweet. Like, that's a great compliment. I mean, I think that about myself too. Like, he's lucky to have me in these situations, because there were some moments I was like, okay, so like, but and it's hard, so especially cool. Like we're adults now, obviously, but the conversation between like 22-year-olds and like 40 plus, like that could be tough sometimes. It was tough. And so then the CEO of the company came to the game and he was like, what do you do? I was like, oh my God. Oh, like, yikes. What'd you say? A lot of people in the past week have been asking me what I do. I just say I have a podcast, and they get it. Yeah. They're like, so you monetize it? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But he was so nice and so cool about it. That's good. But where am I going with this? Oh, the dogs won. Indianapolis was freezing cold. And New York's freezing cold too, but like it just felt colder there, man. Like the cold hit stiff. Yeah, it hit stiff. Yeah. But it was so funny. Like so we were staying at a hotel that both Alabama and Georgia fans were staying at. Yeah. I think I already told you this, but you would like get in the elevator, and I got in the elevator and I asked this guy like, oh, can you hit, floor 14? He was like, you're a dog fan. I don't know. And literally didn't press the button. He was wearing a Bama shirt. Like it would get awkward every elevator ride, or you walk in and like more Georgia fans come on. You're like, hey, okay, we could talk. Like it was awkward. Tense. It was intense. And then when we won, it was like, actually a couple of Bama fans were like, I'm happy for you guys. You needed that. They win every freaking year. Yeah, like come on. Give us something. I know. So I'm glad we went, because I would honestly suck if we went and we lost. I mean, either way it was fun, but go Dogs. Yeah, go Dogs. I went to the alumni bar here. We got a table. That's so fun. Yeah, it was fun. We just had like a good group like watching it on the TVs. Then they started like blasting music, obviously, when we were like going to win. It was very exciting no matter where you were. Yeah, I mean, am I like number one sports scout? Absolutely not. But like, how exciting is it to see where we went to college? Like, it's so cool. It's so like, exciting. Yeah. I was actually, Delaney and I did this thing the other night where we send audio messages back. Like, we should have just called each other at that point, but we just kept sending audio messages. I saw this, that you did this. Put on your story. Yeah. But it's nice because then if you can't respond in that moment, you have a couple minutes and you respond. But I was saying to her, I was like, if you would have told me that I flew to, like, my freshman year of college, if you would have told me that I flew to Indianapolis when I lived in New York City to go watch the Dogs play, I would not have believed you.
Because you were like flying here.
I was like obsessed with the idea of like living in New York City, and I was like, get me out of college, like I'm ready. And now I'm like the Dogs are living rent free in my head. Like I live streamed the parade, and
you're like, I called you the other day. You're like, it's like, what should I do? You're like, well, if you're not doing anything, the parade is on.
Like sending Brooke the link.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I just like, and I was like wishing I was in Athens. I was like, who is she? I
don't
trust her.
I don't trust her, but I had to love her.
Yeah,
Southern girlfriend. You definitely are a great person to bring around. I mean, you're a great person to bring around, like, really almost any circumstance. I feel like a parents' weekend, you'd be a great person to bring around. Like, you know, like you're good with so like sweet. The adults of it all, you know?
Thanks. I love talking to adults. I know you do too. It's just fun. They like gas you up too.
Yeah. Like, I do for a certain amount of time, but like I definitely cap out. Like I cap out earlier than I would with like friends. Yeah.
Wow, I don't see that for you.
Really? I don't, but I do trust her. I can play her.
I was that girl like, I'm gonna go talk to the parents in the kitchen.
Oh, at parties and stuff.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just like a nice out, and like if you're like not in the mood.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, whenever like my friends' parents like still come around, like I still am, like go out of my way. I'm not just like sitting on the couch awkwardly, like hi.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's why I was like,
how are you guys? How's the kids?
How are the kids? Yeah,
she's at school. How's she liking it? Like,
yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, it's got to be about something, and it's specific parents I love more than others, obviously.
Yeah, ones that you've like known for the longest, or like have more of a connection with.
You lived out your Long Island mom dream this weekend.
I did, and I had to play her.
Yeah, see, I was the Southern girlfriend. You were the Long Island girlfriend. It's
so funny. I really had like this epiphany because I really used to like hate being from Long Island and just like, and not hate like to the point that I was like embarrassed of where I was from or anything like that, but I just didn't like it, and I always wanted to leave. I was like, oh, like F this. And now I'm like coming around. I'm like, this is a nice life. Like,
so I had to touch you because I feel that way about Tampa. What's happened? It's like, I could settle down here. Yeah. Who are we?
I think that it's like the circle of life. Like you come, and I get it. Some people also stay. Like we left, so maybe it's like the leaving like has a more of a.
That's why you should leave for a little bit if you can.
I agree. I think it's definitely powerful, and it teaches you like a lot of things. If you have the opportunity to leave, even just for a little bit. Like I know people who do like brief like stints of like 1 year somewhere else or like work somewhere else for the summer. Like I always suggest that to people if they can. What I do? I went to Target. I mean,
oh yeah, I called Brooke and she's like, I'm at the Valentine's Day section. Should I get anything? I'm like,
they had so much stuff.
Did you?
I got gummy Krabby Patties. What is your opinion on these?
Gosh, memory is like really unlocked.
Yeah, I saw them and I felt the same way.
Like where you can build them, right?
They're in separate pieces. They come built, but like I don't eat it as like.
Yeah, you like I eat the bun,
the pickle,
Krabby Patty's secret ingredient. So it was plankton involved. No, I'm kidding.
Oh gosh. What else? I felt like I got such random stuff, but I knew I had to carry it all back to the city, so I couldn't really get like too much. Yeah. What else did I do at home? I hung out with my parents a little bit. Ate some good food. It was like a relaxing few days. I always get my hair done when I go home. I
Goldilocks
feel like
hair, right?
Yeah.
I know her now.
Rachel. Yeah, she's great. Once you get your people, you know, like you just get in your rhythm.
That reminds me, my dentist called me. I need to call them back. I think they got me an appointment. Oh, I'm going home next week. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
For a couple, literally I'm going home like for 3 days.
It's fine though. It's such a quick flight.
Because then Ryan's family is coming up to New York City for the first time, you guys. I just need to see them in the big city. I'm so excited.
The Big Apple.
Yeah, they're like, we want to go to the Met and the Comedy Cellar. So
do you guys have plans?
Well, so I tell Ryan on the phone yesterday, I'm like, so did you make a schedule? And he's like, oh no, I do I need to? I was like, yeah, do you need me to do this? Like, yes, you need to. Like, you need to have some form of structure, but we'll see.
The first thing that I said today when I got in the cab, like, Danielle's like, good morning, like, how are you? And I was like, did you make your Valentine's Day reservation?
I know. I was like, well, shoot, I didn't. Well, that's because that would be Ryan, and he's not. And she's telling me all these restaurants are booked up.
They are. I called. I'm like on the phone, but my boyfriend found a place, thank gosh, and like sent me the resi today. I was like, thank God one of us remembered. Yeah, I know.
Well, I've been thinking about it, but I like back in Georgia, we didn't have to do it a month in advance.
No. But I think with a group, well, Valentine's Day is like obviously a really popular day. If you're just going to dinner in New York and you don't care to go to like Carbone or like one of those restaurants, like obviously you could always find a place, and a good place. Don't get me wrong, but
like certain restaurants.
Yeah, if he is a group coming and they're like, we want to like experience New York for 6 people or 7 people, however many it is. If you end up, you know, I'm sure you'll go around with them. So what is that? 6 people?
Oh, actually, well, his sister's not even. It's just his parents.
So it's only 4.
Like 4.
Okay, then like, but still, you know.
I know. I like can't. It's
at
like
least
my
like a
personality.
dinner, a brunch, you know.
I know. I can't help but want to like help.
I get it.
Know?
So that no, you can. That would be. I feel like that would be nice to be like, oh, I've ate here before. That would be a great place to take your parents.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you tell me I can't, because I'm one of my New Year's goals was to not like.
I think
so
a light
much,
guidance.
I love his family, so that's different.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, like Rex now, like you've lived here, like you've probably gone to places that he hasn't gone, even though you guys do a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, definitely getting better with the restaurant Rex. At first I'd be like, butcher's daughter, like
I told Danielle, you gotta get that off the list.
I know. I did enjoy that place though.
Not that I have like the most I'm not gonna sit here and be like my recommendations are the best.
No, you give great Rex. You like, well, you have like
Thanks.
the Google Maps of it all, and
I try to really not do too many like repeat visits. Like I've been really trying to like go to new, like if it's like, oh, we could go to Thailand, yeah, I've been there, like go to somewhere else, because it's like I've already been there.
I really want to go to that double chicken please place you just reminded me.
Yes. So my boyfriend and I, so annoying, we went on our first date there. Great first date spot. Or great like date spot in general. It doesn't need to be a first date, but it's a good place to like meet someone, especially if you're meeting from an app or whatever. And we sat at the bar in the back, but you make a reservation, you still sit at the bar, which I kind of like that. So it's like more not upscale bar, but you know what I'm saying? It's not just like find a seat. It's like you have a seat, you know?
Yeah.
But then we got, and they have a different menu in the back and the front. And then we went back a second time and we sat in the front and we got chicken sandwiches that were incredible.
Yum.
Like
so they do have chicken there.
Yes, they do.
That's good. Love that.
But it's like good cocktails and stuff. The drinks in the back are super funky, like funky cocktails that, you know.
I love that.
Craft cocktails.
I need to find a cocktail that I like.
Yeah.
One day.
You like an espresso martini, right?
Yeah, but I can't have like 1,000 of those.
I get it.
No one can.
No. Unless you want to not sleep.
Yeah. Be up all night. That's me.
I know. I haven't had a night like that in a while.
Don't even get me started. This weekend, I mean, well, yeah.
What? You just went nowhere. You're like, don't get me started. Yeah. Like, tell me.
Well, I was with this girl this morning. She was like, what are your favorite bars? And I was like, I like didn't go out this weekend, obviously, or last weekend, or literally ever. And I feel so just, I don't know anything about the going out scene.
Yeah.
I've talked about this on the podcast. That's why I was like, don't get me started. But
that's not really your, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with you being like, you know, that's not really my vibe. Like, I don't go, like,
I love a nice dinner with drinks.
Yeah, that's more your vibe.
Or like I need to like explore the cocktail lounge world, because there's a ton here.
Yeah,
like that place in Lower East Side, Back Room or something. It's like a speakeasy.
Never heard of it.
Look at me.
Wow,
I know something about it.
Wow. Well, we like East Point for like casual.
We
love East Point.
Yeah, that place is a good casual spot.
Good sport watching spot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just the cold weather.
I know it makes you not want to do much. Yeah.
Bundle up. And
yeah.
I've been having this like, not an existential crisis, but like the last week or so, I've been like really bored and just like, whoa. Or like I just don't want to leave my apartment.
Yeah. Well, it's been really cold. I mean, like today's like 35 and we're like, we have the window open. We're like, it's warm. Like,
yeah.
But normally when it dropped, like this is typical of my winters in cold weather. Like I start doing less.
No, yeah, and I've talked to a couple people about that, and that's what they said too. So it makes me feel better. But it's definitely an adjustment. Like
definitely.
And I knew this coming into it. I knew like the winter was going to be colder, and I'd have to get used to it.
I'm still impressed that you're like still getting out and doing things. Period. Like you went to a museum. You guys had a museum day.
Yeah. Well, because Ryan was like, "Let's go walk around the Upper East Side." I was like, "Let's go somewhere inside on the Upper East Side."
Oh yeah. I did a museum day too. Damn, it's been a while since we recorded.
Oh my god.
We're living our resolutions. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. So yeah, this week's episode, we're going to be talking about a couple different topics.
Yeah, we picked out a few that they ring true to the Gals on the Go brand.
Definitely.
So Sunday Scaries, a little on overthinking.
And manifesting a good week.
Yeah.
So we'll end on a positive note.
I love that. I still want to do a full episode on manifestation, because I know we both practice that like in separate ways, and the people have questions. So maybe we'll do one of those a separate time.
Definitely. I'd definitely be interested in just like us two talking about it. And like, there's no perfect way to do it. It's just believing in yourself, really.
And everyone has different ways of going about it. So what works for us might not work for other people, but you know.
Yeah.
I also wanted to, we wanted to remind everybody on Spotify now there's a rating feature. So if you're watching or listening, I guess, sorry, on Spotify, give us 5 stars, please. It really helps, supports the show. Also on iTunes, of course. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Just like the engagement really, really helps us push our show out there. And we know so many of you guys listen, and I feel like we have our audience built, but like spread the love.
Definitely. No, I literally, when I'll be listening to a podcast and they'll say like, give us a 5 stars, like it takes 5 seconds and I'll be like, thank you for reminding me.
I do it. Yeah.
Like it's
the ones that I listen to on Spotify, like my regular podcast that I listen to, I just, it takes 2 seconds to click 5 stars and it really makes a difference.
And follow us. Like I realized there were a couple podcasts I was like, oh, I haven't seen their podcast pop up. It's because I wasn't following them on Spotify because I recently switched from iTunes to Spotify. But even just following our podcast or subscribing on YouTube, it'll just keep you on the algorithm for us.
I agree. And on that note, merch stuff too. I wanted to give merch updates because we thought that some things were out of stock, but they're not. We got it fixed. So definitely pick up all of your merch stuff. That's at galsonthegopodcast.com. And please keep sending us your merch pics because we see how many of you guys are ordering the stuff. Like send us your pics. Some of them are so cute that we got this past week.
Oh my gosh. Some people in the beanies with the mugs. You guys just go all out for the merch and it just makes us so happy because we love it. And we literally wear it. Like the hoodie, the on the go hoodie, I wear all the time. The mug is my favorite mug to drink coffee out of.
I know. We need to bring them here. I was thinking about that.
Yeah. Or just get more because I love mine at home.
I know.
So
I know. Me too, buddy.
Yeah. So definitely go check out the merch. It's amazing. And we always have more on the horizon. Our next drop.
It's so going to be huge. Yeah. Big things coming.
I know. So that's one of the things we're loving. But should we talk about our current favorite?
Yeah, I think we should.
Let's do it. What's yours?
2 TV shows. Number 1 is Euphoria season 2, which Danielle and I just covered offline that you don't watch.
I do not. It makes me too angsty and anxious.
Yeah. I mean, it's
cool though. It's freaking cool.
Most unrealistic view of like it would be better suited to be a college show in my opinion. And I think
I agree. Like that, I hope that's not happening in every high school.
I don't think it. I mean, I will state from my experience, like I did not see a hard drug like harder than weed in high school. Like I never saw it. I mean,
me neither.
I guess I know people were doing it, but like I never saw it with my own 2 eyes. You know?
Agreed.
So. And they're just doing it left and right, you know?
Music is phenomenal. The actors.
I love the cast, yeah.
I'm like obsessed with
fashion, like the everything. That's why I think you would like it, but I agree.
I watched the first season, like 4 episodes. But yeah, it's just not like a late at night show for me.
Yeah.
And that's just self-awareness. And I've seen some other people say that too. They just can't.
No, I get it. It was definitely even last night. Like the scenes that aren't, like they might not be the most stressful scenes, but even though it's like tense and like a lot's going on, I'm like, ooh, this is like a lot going on right now.
Jacob Elordi though, well, I know his character sucks, but he is fine.
I heard that he was dating Olivia Jade.
I did too.
Word on the street.
Dumois is where I saw it.
That was a few months ago now though, so maybe not anymore.
Yeah, they'd be cute.
I know. I see that for them.
What was I gonna say about that show though? Oh, Sydney Sweeney. I'm like obsessed with her now.
Me too, dude.
For no reason other than when she was on The White Lotus, I hated her.
She played a terrible character. Yeah,
terrible. But then I've been watching like her Vogue videos and stuff, like her skin.
I watched that yesterday.
Oh, how funny!
Yeah, it was a good one. And when she talked about her skin, I didn't know her skin like really looked like that because they do it up so nice. I mean, she is stunning.
She is.
And another note on Sydney Sweeney, people are saying she's popularizing the body type of like being shaped like a pea.
Like a pea?
Have you ever heard this before? Like you have like big boobs
and no butt.
And that honestly, it's changed a little bit for me. Like I feel like I have a little bit more of a butt over time, but like in high school and everything, like that was my body type. So shout out to Sydney Sweeney. Thank you, girl.
No, a lot of actresses recently have been normalizing more body types, and I'm so happy. Like Madeline Klein, for example, she was for me like to see. I don't know.
Yeah, and they're still so
beautiful,
and they're still so thin. Like that's the thing. That's like it's so sad that like we're like progress, but it's like they're just
still so thin.
I know. She just like has some thighs versus
It's refreshing.
Definitely.
We're getting there.
I'm there too. I'm really happy about it. Anyways, I'm obsessed with her.
So Euphoria.
And then Cheer season 2. Did you watch Cheer season 1?
No.
Oh, great watch. I'm not done with it yet. They introduced, so in the original season it's just Navarro Cheer, and then this season they introduced like I forget the competition, but it's like their direct competition, like another school in Texas. They are like in the show too, which I don't really care too much for them because like you root for Navarro and you're like, oh, I love them so much.
And you follow them along.
But it's really interesting also hearing, because it covers basically, they started recording like when Cheer season 1 came out. So like hearing how all of them like not reacted to the fame, but like seeing their lives like blow up and stuff. Because like the main like 5 people from that blew up on social media. And then Jerry, the one guy, he had a sexual assault.
Do they talk about it?
Yes. And they have the survivors like on the, and they do like a whole, that was like the best episode. I would say if you're just going to watch one, like it was phenomenally done and so sad and like horrific to watch. And apparently it happens a lot. I don't want to get too deep into this, but
gymnastics,
apparently, and cheerleading. Okay.
I've heard gymnastics
of course. But cheerleading, because on the all-star teams, the age range is so big. So there will be 13-year-olds and 30-year-olds on the same team. Ooh. So it fosters this environment of could be a little inappropriate. Definitely. So anyways, really crazy stuff. Definitely trigger warning, obviously, to those episodes, but they put it like on the screen and stuff. Yeah. So really suggest.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. And I have no connection to Cheer. I just find it really interesting to watch.
That is so funny. You have such a diverse show
I know.
List that you watch. Like I'm so basic with my shows. It's like Sex and the City and Gossip Girl. So
I try to have a little bit of a range. Yeah. With my boyfriend, we've been watching like all of the Netflix like popular docuseries. Like we've like one episode left on like the Son of Sam one.
Cool.
We like go deep. Like yeah.
We just watched this movie called Molly's Game.
Yes. Yeah.
You've seen it?
No, but I listened to
Skinny Confidential.
Yes.
Well, now I'm going to listen to that episode. Oh my God. That movie was so good. Jordan recommended it to me. She was like, it's a great one to watch with someone that you might not agree on movies. We both loved it.
Do you guys struggle with that?
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's like my cross to bear.
Yeah, it's really hard to find movies we both like. So that was definitely nice.
I actually agree with that. Not that it's like the greatest challenge ever, but like, of course, we're like girly girls. So we're over here like rom-com and like not going to do that to these.
Yeah, I just like Ryan recently expressed maybe interest in watching The Bachelor because the guys he works with have a Bachelor bracket.
Oh, that's
because they have to watch it with like their wives and girlfriends. And I was like,
the wags.
Will you watch it now with me? So we'll see.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think I'm there yet, but I watch it on my own.
I know. I want to watch it with you now that I'm kind of trying to watch again.
Yeah, this season's pretty good. So.
I want to like watch you live tweet. Like I want to be in the
thought
flesh.
process. I'll be like formulating. Like
I know. We're both movie talker. I meant to ask you, is your boyfriend a movie talker?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
He's okay with it. Like he's not like so dramatic to like pause it and be like, what? Like that would make me like so mad. I'd be like,
yeah. And to clarify, Brooke and I are movie talkers like about the movie or about the show.
Yeah, I'm not like, so what'd you have for dinner? Like,
yeah, I just like I will be like, I don't understand that. I had to pause Molly's Game a couple times because those were like things you actually had to like sit and talk about.
Yeah, or I'll ask something, or I make a prediction. Like I'll like scream something out.
You do that a lot.
I know, I do scream something. I'm like, she's the killer. She's the killer.
Or like, I was showing you a movie that I was so excited, or a show. The college girls one, or Sex Lives of College Girls.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, is she gonna, or like, is that gonna? And I was like, watch it. Like I knew because I'd already seen it, but
I know. Well, I do want to know. I'm not like one of those people that like jumps to the conclusion of books or anything. I know some people are like psychotic with that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
But I don't really care to know the ending. I just like that my prediction's out there, so I could be like, I was right. Is that so bad?
That's very Aries of you, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'll put out like 8 theories. I'll be like, he killed him. No, he did. It was her. And then like
I did say that at one point once
like,
it comes
No,
out.
I said that. Did I not say that?
I said that like the 3rd time, and then the 4th time something else, but we don't have to count that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, there's always a movie talker, and that's Brooke and I. So if you guys,
we're open about it.
I'm open about my struggles.
I had that on my dating apps actually. Like that was like one of my prompts. It was like,
funny.
Yeah. I mean, it creates conversation then. Also, subtitles creates a lot of conversation. And now I have my boyfriend watching everything with subtitles because I do.
And doesn't like subtitles.
Ugh.
I do because I like don't catch things.
Yeah.
It helps me movie talk less.
You definitely pick up on more when you watch with the subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my favorite is a fashion item. This is just our. Okay. This is us. It's earmuffs. You should get a pair.
They're on the way. They're on the way.
Perfect.
On the way.
Amazon?
Yes.
They're good.
I got the ones that Bridget Acquired Style recommended. She put them on her story, and then I replied. I was like, send me the link, and she put it on her story. She's like, got you.
Got you. Yeah. Earmuffs really make you a lot warmer. The other day when it was like really freezing cold, I wore earmuffs, and it like beanies are great, but these made me feel even warmer, and they're so cute.
Yeah.
I have a tan pair. I got them on Amazon for like $10, $14. I don't really know. They're on my Amazon shop, and they're so cute, and they're so
Love.
perfect, and you just feel like a little snow princess.
My question, do you take them off?
So yeah, it was part of like the outfit and was fixing my hair. So we walked into the museum, but like having a mask on and earmuffs was very like, I couldn't hear.
You have no senses.
Yeah, it was very sensory, debilitating. It was very weird.
Yeah.
So I took them off.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And I took them off in the Uber as well. But if you're like on a cute walk, it's nice.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the applicable part. Because like if I go to dinner, I'm definitely going to take them off.
So yeah, that's my favorite. Should we get on into our question of the week?
Yes.
Okay, I love this question because we're both big laughers.
Yeah.
We love to laugh. So the question is, what always makes you laugh even when you're upset or like feeling down? Like something you can just count on to give you a chuckle.
Yeah. Love that. I mean, number one, I would say memes and TikToks.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Do I have favorite accounts? Not necessarily. Usually I'll just like scroll, and then if I find like someone funny, I'll like go on like a deep dive of their videos or whatever. I went home this weekend. I didn't realize that my family all has like a favorite TikToker. Like they've had, and they're sneaky. My mom, my dad, my brother, they made a group text behind my back and they've been sending TikToks. I am offended, right?
I can't believe
And they have
this.
a favorite, because I always send them in the family group text and I'll get like the ha-has, whatever. But I'm like, that's weird. Like I'm the only one sending them. And then I went home one day and my mom, dad, and brother were all like quoting this one guy's TikToks.
Oh my gosh.
I was like,
why aren't you in the chat?
how have I not been alerted? I have to give you he's very funny. He makes fun of like Italian Long Island dad. So like,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
so that's why they really relate. But I'm like, I would laugh at this too.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of this.
Wait, that is so funny.
That was the ultimate form of betrayal. Nicky Cass. Have you ever heard of him? I don't know. He makes fun of dads. It's funny. Like dads when it gets icy, like he'll be like.
I love people that just make fun of other people.
Yeah,
honestly.
different way dads say. You know what I mean? He was like, because Italian dads will be like, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's funny. My favorite. I know we've sent his TikToks to each other. I don't know his name. He is so funny. He'll be like, when you're waiting in like carpool for like your mom to come pick you up, and he's like the teacher. It's like or like asking your boss for a raise, or he does the most specific interactions.
Yeah, I love those. I love those.
So funny. It's like, wow, that what everyone does. Like,
anyway, that was the ultimate form of betrayal. I'm sorry, I just went on a tangent about that. I needed to vent to someone about this.
Yeah, I would be very hurt because like you're probably on TikTok the most.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm sending quality gems in the family group chat, you know?
Definitely.
Like, I don't just send if I sent every TikTok that I thought was funny, I'm custom dishing them out. I'd custom dish them to you, to Mariah, to my brother. Like,
it's very particular about who gets what.
So I would say those, which I know is like a basic response. Or alternatively, comfort TV shows. And by comfort TV shows, I mean like New Girl, How I Met Your Mother, like those that are more like sitcom-y, like funny. Like Gossip Girl, and those are great too, but like those at least have more humor elements. Like I could actually laugh.
New Girl makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I love it.
How about you?
So obviously like TikTok, Twitter, honestly, but there's this movie called Movie 43. Did I ever make you watch it?
No. What?
I'm gonna watch it with you because I want to see your reaction. It is so funny. It's a ton of little mini movies with like super famous actors in each one. Like, of course I can't think of any of the actors right now. But it's on Netflix and it's so funny. There's this one scene or there's one movie where it's so disgusting. I'm not even gonna get into it, but I don't even want to ruin any of it, but it's so funny. Like it's like a ton of mini movies with super famous actresses and actors. Like Emma Stone is in one. Like it's just,
I can't believe I've never heard of this. Is it recent?
No, Delaney showed it to me. I think it's in the last 5 years maybe, but it's so funny. Like if I need a good laugh, there's this one. It's about poop and it's freaking hilarious. I think poop is so funny, and it's about this couple that is about to get engaged and poop is involved, and it's really freaking funny.
Wow.
So
poop jokes.
Yeah, poop jokes. So I just shout out, if any of you guys have seen Movie 43, please DM me. Let's talk about the poop scene because it's freaking funny.
I guess where can I stream it? Is
Netflix.
It'd
be fun to like watch with your boyfriend. There's like a couple of the mini movies that I just like literally skip through. I don't think they're that funny. But like some people think they're funny and I don't, vice versa. So it's very particular.
Gotcha.
But one thing I appreciate is Delaney showed it to me without like being like, this is the funniest one. And I'm nervous now that I'm saying that people are gonna be like, oh, it's not that funny. You have to just be like watching it and you're like, oh my God.
that's like when we see comedy shows and like it's interesting to see what parts people laugh at, because I'll just be sitting there laughing at like maybe like a one-off line, and then like some people like, you know, only laugh at like the punchline or whatever, you know.
Yes, no, definitely. I noticed that I laugh at weird times, fortunately.
No, I definitely do too, because some jokes will like hit closer. Yeah, damn, that was a good one. We also didn't talk about the fact that the host at the comedy show did some call outs.
Yeah, she did some crowd work for sure.
Crowd work.
Well, we sat up front. The four
which
of us.
I don't like to do. I decided,
but that was so fun.
It was fun because it was 4 of us. It was fine, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it was funny. They basically, I mean, are you gonna tell them what happened or no?
What, for us?
Yeah,
this was. I don't even know how it came up the first time, but she said something. She was like to me and my boyfriend. She's like, like you guys like. She made a comment. She's like, you know, she's waiting for the ring or something.
I know, like not knowing how long they've been dating.
No, she had literally no idea. And I just started like laughing and nodding, because like that's absolutely ridiculous. Like you know what I mean? Like at that point, like you just have to laugh. It's not like I am like it was, you know. So I was like, ha ha ha. And then he left the room to go to the bathroom, and she came back in the next break. She's like, so how long have you actually been together?
And he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, and I was like, not very long. Like not
and
that long.
She was like, oh my god, did I just make that so awkward? It was so
like,
funny.
It was actually like so not awkward that it was
funny.
Awkward though, because like it's so recent, you know what I mean? I feel like if she said it to like, you know, God, I mean, say it to someone that's like,
what if she said it to Ryan and I would have been like, I mean, still though.
Yeah, well, you guys aren't there yet. Well, not that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you're still. You said you want more years. Like you're young.
No, I see what you're saying. Like if she said to someone that like she actually is waiting on a ring.
Yes, and like they've talked about it. It's a tense conversation. You know what I mean?
And then they like have
they
a fight
about
the show.
I just thought it was very funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. So yeah, that's our what makes us laugh. You guys let us know what makes you laugh. Actually, that's the question of the week. So perfect, because I want to know what makes people laugh. Like I am always looking to laugh,
especially when you're down. Like something that could always get you going. Another random thing, compilation videos. Like love a good. Yes. You know, we love Vine compilations. Like random. I could go down like TV show compilations. You know, like good scenes from shows. I don't know. Like just compilations are good. Yeah.
I used to always watch Cody Co Vine compilations.
Cody Co makes me laugh.
He makes me laugh too.
Yeah.
And he's engaged
I
now.
know.
So cute.
So happy for him.
I know. They deserve
as if he's like my friend, my dear friend Cody.
I know. Cody Co, Cody. Well, should we talk about? We should just get started with the Sunday Scaries.
I know.
I totally had them yesterday.
You did.
I don't think Sunday Scary. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Sunday Scaries necessarily has to mean like being hungover, because I certainly
not always.
But
however, it's interesting though, because for our jobs, like we don't work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So yes, I agree, but I've gotten some feedback from people that are like, you don't really know, because it's not like you actually, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, here starts the grind Monday, you know?
No, I don't mean that. It's more.
But like, I agree. I'm just
it's good to be aware. Yes, no, of course, we are very blessed and very thankful. But more so, I find on Sundays, I guess it is sometimes after going out, or if you had a fun night on Saturday, or you just did cool things on Saturday. Sunday, I tend to try and leave blank. I know you do too. Like just kind of more like I want to be lazy. But then you're like, oh my God, should I be doing something? Should I be prepping for the week? Like, should I? It's a lot of shoulding all over the place. And that's what I dealt with yesterday. It was very like, I was sitting there. I literally watched 3 movies in a row, which is very unlike me. And literally no shame. Like, I should do that more often. But I was like, I was
by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
I watched When in Rome, because I was on like a Josh Duhamel movie marathon. I watched When in Rome, and then I watched a movie called Win a Date with Tad Hamilton. It's also with Josh Duhamel. It's so random. It was on Hulu. And then I watched Endless Love.
So good. My God.
It was a mistake. I was so in my feels. But I was just I felt useless yesterday. That's how I felt.
Really? Danielle, I'm sorry about that, buddy. Oh my gosh.
No, it's fine. I'm just like trying to, I could lie and say I was like, Sunday. Like, but I just felt weird.
My thought process is a little different with that. But I think that this is thought processes that are different with everybody though, because I think I'm just more okay with like doing that and being like, okay, that was my day. But some people like you, and I think my boyfriend's the same way, really beat each other up when you have a day like that where you don't do anything and whatever. Like I'm learning this.
Beat each other up or beat themselves up?
Beat themselves up.
Yes.
He does this where like we had a Saturday where like we didn't really do anything, and then like the next day he was like, okay, today we really have to do something like really, and I was like, of course, like we had a plan to. We just didn't have anything planned yesterday. And he was like, I know, I just really like to do things on my weekends. Like really made a point of like saying it. And I was like, damn, I guess like it totally went over my head that people are, I think
it's different mentalities. I think.
Yeah.
Well, isn't he a Virgo?
Yes.
Ryan's Virgo, I'm a Virgo. We're all the same way. So
I know.
It's just, I mean,
I think it also has to do with your upbringing and stuff too. Like I just was raised that weekends are like the days of like sleep and chill. Mom's on the couch, and every other day my mom is like rise and grind, like on the treadmill taking call. You know what I mean? So it's not that it's like every day's lazy day. It's just I think that maybe that's like the structure that I was raised around. That like weekends are the time of rest.
No, and it is, and and it's funny because I wanted 2022 to be more of wellness, and I wanted to rest more. So it was really trying to like
channel that,
but it was tough. But then when I tell my mom that, she's like, "That's not good. That's not good," which is true. Like I should be able to relax.
Yeah, so and have a day like that and not be like, I'm literally the worst person ever. Yeah, I'm sorry that you felt that way.
Oh no,
honestly, I haven't felt like this in a while. I'm very, very grateful to be in a place where I'm like financially supporting myself and comfortable and everything. But I feel like a lot of the times, even when I was living on my own and whatever, I would be very upset on Sundays because financially I was too generous maybe.
Yes, I was going to bring this up too. I was talking to Ryan about it. It's like maybe you bought shots for everyone at the damn bar and you're like, why did I do that?
Yes.
Or stuff like that.
Or you're like, I'll pay for every Uber, I'll pick up the tab, whatever. And then you're like, damn, why did I do that? This has to do more so with drinking. But yeah, definitely been there. In college, I would do that too. And you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I spent so much money, or I did something reckless, or I spilled my life story to this stranger in the bathroom. Ooh, yeah. So
I would always replay the things, or I'd like literally be like, what did I say to that person? Or was I weird? But I know that person went home and probably didn't think twice about it. But
they don't.
But in your head, or like I'll like Snapchat people or text people and be like, hey, and just see like how they act towards me. Like, are they mad at me?
I can't believe, like, I know you do this because you do it as like a gauge. Like the next day you'll be like, I noticed that you do that. And I know you do it for yourself and you should like do it for you if it's going to make you feel better. But like, it's all good.
I know.
But I know it's easier said than done. Like if that's going to make you feel better, then like,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get over it one day, but I just like to fix everything or be like, but
you'll be like, we're good. Nice. We good, right?
Yeah, like we're good, right?
But at the same time, like your friends don't really know you enough to be like, wow, like she was pretty drunk last night. And it doesn't happen a lot for people like us. Like I'm definitely declining on like my nights that I'm like, what happened last night? Like I can't really remember a night that I truly like blacked out like that. So for our friends to be like, oh, she was pretty drunk that night. Like, it's like, okay.
I know. Whenever I'm drunk, my friends be like, oh my gosh, she's drunk. And then it makes me feel like it's a bad thing. But I think they're more so like, wow, Danielle's like having fun.
Yeah,
like, she's
they are.
Loose. But in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
Like, I don't think about it like Danielle's drunk. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, Danielle's drunk. Fun. Like, I rarely see this.
The teacher is out to play.
Yeah. Seriously. So I think it hits in all sort of different ways. I always, I do the replay things from the day before. Feel like I'm not enough. And I mean, I guess I get the guilt of like wanting to do things. I mean, if it's a whole weekend of like truly doing nothing, then I feel guilty for sure. But I just think I'm more okay with doing less, which isn't necessarily a good thing.
No, I mean, I don't like, it's good to rest. But like, I start thinking about like, oh, I could do this instead. Or like, I'll take so long to like, do something. I don't know. But then it's like I really did enjoy laying on my couch. So I need to get to a place where it's like I'm laying on the couch and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every freaking moment of it. But yeah, I feel like the Sunday scares can look different to everybody. Like I notice sometimes, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, like if I am hungover, it like obviously is physical. And so then you're like all in your head, like, am I okay? Am I sick? But it's really just you had too many drinks.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Or like, oh, like, I don't know. Like I'll wake up and I have like a pizza box. I'm like, oh, I ate all that. But then it's like, I don't regret it. Like, cause then maybe it makes you less hungover. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
I got a question in like a Q&A that I did recently, like how to feel less guilty about like drinking so many like sugary drinks or like cocktails or whatever. And I actually like really get that. Like, I feel like that's definitely something that I've dealt with too in the past. Like when I wake up the next day and like, not only is your face puffy and everything, but you're like, damn, I don't like to count and like be like this, but oh my God, I consumed a whole day's worth of calories in the like rum punch that I was drinking or something ridiculous. And you can't look at it that way. Like you really can't. And honestly, the past in the past, you have to just move forward and be like, okay, today's going to be like another day. What am I going to do today? Drink a lot of water and like, honor my body,
honor my body.
I honor my body.
I love my body. No, it's so true. And like the thing with regret, a lot of time, not every time, but sometimes with regret, it's like, I liked it in the moment. Or like we regret our outfits from when we were 12. I loved that damn J. Crew and Jack Rogers outfit, you know? And it was trendy then. Or drinks. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun last night. Oh, I regret drinking all that. But like, I kind of had fun because I let loose a little.
Yeah. And like, you know, I'm not going to drink like that every weekend. So, you know, it happened. It's done. It's in the past. Whatever. Yeah. You know?
I find like some things to cure my Sunday scaries are like watching a rom-com. That's always really like.
3 or just one?
Just one. Or like a couple. I don't really know.
I'm kidding.
The Vogue videos really soothe me. Like the skincare videos are like 73 questions.
Yeah. I like a good Sunday podcast and a little reset day. Even if I'm like, I don't want to do that much, like just doing one thing, like just being like, okay, I'm gonna like do my sheets today or something small.
That's so true, like little wins.
It doesn't need to be
bed. That's what I did.
I need to talk about this. I literally need to, and I'm victim to this too. I've done the videos on YouTube, like the Sunday reset. The ones on TikTok make me feel bad about myself, and I'm triggered by them.
I would agree on the Sunday ones.
Yes,
they're so pleasing to watch.
No, I like them, and I follow these people, and and it's triggers are a reflection of you. I get it, but I watch them and I'm like, literally, like the woman was too sudden to speak. Like I
thought about that yesterday. My friend was like, you should make that TikTok. I'm like, but all I did was wipe my counter. I didn't replace everything in my fridge.
Yes,
I'm trying to like think they do so much.
They do.
They go to Trader Joe's.
Cook like 3 gourmet meals, clean it all up.
Prep.
They like wash and dry the dishes, do the laundry, clean their sheets, like clean their bathroom. I don't know when the last time I like cleaned my shelves in my bathroom was. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it's I do that on like Monday.
Well, you could do it any day. To me, and I get if that is realistic to you, and like I know some people feel like they need to be in control, and that's the way that they take control of their lives.
Yeah,
here for it. That's amazing. For me, sometimes that's like a lot, and seeing those is almost like, damn, like people live like this, you know?
Definitely.
Like it's shocking to me. I'm like, someone woke up today and this was their day. Like, holy shit.
And they edited the TikTok.
Yes, I think about that too.
Like
they filmed it. I know.
It's so
And they clearly film it with like a tripod and they get every shot meticulous.
I know. Like, it's so different. And that's why sometimes I can't watch YouTube because I compare myself to what other vloggers are doing. I have to watch a movie because I'm like, oh, well, I'm
disconnected.
Not. Yeah. But then when I'm like, I need to get, like yesterday when I was feeling like bleh, and I was like, okay, I need to get up and make my bed. And like, I was wanting to at that point. I watched a couple vlogs and then I was like, oh, I'm motivated now. So vlogs are good for that. And I think that's why people watch our vlogs.
Yeah.
But there are times where I couldn't compare myself.
Yeah. And it's all a reflection of you. I'm just going to say that Sundays that are like that.
Yeah.
Well spent. It might not be every Sunday. It might not be any Sunday. I don't know. It's up to you and like how you choose to live your life. And like I said, I actually get it. You know, if you're like, Sunday is my day where I take back control and I do those things for myself, like send it, do it, you know?
I agree. Because some people, they don't have time any other day of the week. So it's like their time, I guess. But I think it's just different for everybody. She follows me, so love the girl, Emily Marico. People always comment on her videos, and it's like a joke now, I guess. I don't know if it's become like a trend or whatever, to comment on her videos and be like, Emily, have you ever eaten Taco Bell? Emily, have you ever like whatever? And it's like, I guess she does a good job. I think it's not her particularly. She does a good job of showing her eating fast food and stuff like that. But like, I do wonder, I'm like, do these people like go out and like pass out somewhere and like, you know, not know what happened the night before? Like, has that ever happened? Yeah. Jam into music.
No. Yeah. Have you ever been in a Brooklyn warehouse at 4 a.m. and not know what is going on? Like,
no, yeah, it's something, and that's something I've been trying to do more because, especially in college, especially when I was under 21, I like would hide obviously that I was drinking, and I would get like really mean messages like, "You're not showing everything," and it was like I really couldn't at the time.
No, you definitely couldn't.
But even now, like, I think it was like senior year, Delaney made a comment like, not in a mean way, but she was like, I feel like you always show the healthy things you eat on your vlogs. And because I don't eat healthy all the time, but I'm like, oh, I'm going to show this acai bowl, or oh, I'm going to show this green juice. And obviously I love green juice and stuff, but I've been trying to be more
it's so true. Meanwhile, it's like, we both eat like, you'll like a side of mac and cheese, like, you know?
Yeah. Like we're hearty eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like,
but I get it. You feel like you have to portray this image online, and I'll even do it. Like, damn, I'm not going to like, I guess I have posted, you know, like I stayed in bed all day today, but like, I'm going to post like my new clean, fresh sheets and be like, happy Sunday, and not be like, I'm a degenerate. Like, you know?
Yeah. But then there's times like, I feel like you would agree. Like when we post those, it's like we're feeling really good in that moment. We want to share we just forget to share in the moments that it's a little bit like yesterday. It was one of those days where I had like 2 frames on my story.
Two-frame day.
2-frame day. Yeah. I was just on my couch and I was like, I could post an aesthetic, like my candle, but it just wasn't that day.
I'm there.
I literally showered. I had wet hair. I stayed in my Barefoot Dreams robe all day. I was literally nude under the robe. I didn't even have underwear on. I was just laying there. So I finally got dressed. But it's definitely something important to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're
someday Scaries. Yeah. And on that note, overthinking.
My middle name.
Yeah. I feel like you've been not improving in this category.
No. It's very hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely it's a part of my anxiety too. So I feel like if I could hone in on this overthink, I have an appointment with my therapist, thank God, on Wednesday. Just miss her. But overthinking is such a thing. And it's so crazy. Like some people literally just don't overthink. And it's annoying.
Yeah. Some people just live their life and just exist and just do. Yeah. I'm definitely jealous of them. I will say, and I don't know if it's an age thing and I don't want to be like older and wiser and like whatever, but like actually it's gotten a lot better for me with age. I do notice, like I even compare my mindset at 22 and like the things that I was worried about versus like
it's good to hear
24, almost 25. Like I'm just concerned about different things. And like, yeah, there's definitely times that I'm awkward or cringe or think about like literally, I do definitely think about like, oh my God, like what do my boyfriend's friends think about my job? Like, do I think about that stuff? Yes. I'm not going to lie and sit here and be like, or his family, or what like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, yes, but I try not to let myself completely slip and spiral because I remember at the root of everything, like who I am and that I'm a confident person and that I'm comfortable with who I am and that I just have to own that.
I am so impressed with that. And I have noticed this about you too. Wow. It's really, really good because I feel like, or even with making plans, that's where I overthink the most. Not making plans, but like if we have plans or like I really overthink like, oh, should I have not done this or oh, should I be going to that or whatever. But you've been so good about being like, I'm not going to this. I'm doing this instead, and I'm okay with it. Not like, oh, like I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be there. Like, oh, like, whereas I've been like overthinking more about it. I'm not even just plans. I'm trying to think of other things or just like interactions with people. Or you'll be like,
or decisions, just decisions. Like it will, yes. Like it will just be like, oh, should I post this? Should I not post it? Like I'm gonna post it. Like hell yeah, I like it. Or what? Or I'm gonna.
Yes, decisions is the word.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this thing, and not to say that I'm like the pinnacle of like all having my confidence in life. Like that is literally not the case in the slightest. But I know with age it's changed a lot. In college, I used to definitely be that person and be like, oh, like what are people saying about me? What are you worry so much about that? But I don't know. I just got more comfortable. I think because I truly deep down, like I like the person I've become, you know what I mean? And that sounds so cliche to say, but when you become more confident and comfortable with inside and out, like who you are, how you look, how you feel, whatever, like I won't sit there and be like, oh, did they see that bad photo of me? Or, oh, like, was I acting awkward at dinner? Because I know that I'm a good friend and because I know that I'm, you're
sure of yourself.
Yeah.
I think, as the years go on, you shed some of your overthinking. Because you think about, like, our parents. Like, my parents, I feel like your parents, we don't really overthink. It's like, we know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're okay with the decision. So what that family does, this family does this. Like, I feel like you're so right as you mature. That's something to look forward to then.
Yeah. And like I said, it's just improving for me. And I could look back on like the times, I mean, damn, when I was 18, I was not this way at all. But I also like wasn't like one of these people to like walk into a room and be proud and confident and be like, I own who I am, because I was.
Takes time.
Yeah, it definitely takes time. But I still do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I journal a lot to like really deal with those thoughts. I
was going to say on that note, journaling, something that's really been helpful for me lately. And if I can tell that I'm overthinking, which is another thing, acknowledge that you're overthinking, that helps a lot. Like if you can really acknowledge it, I'll call someone or talk about it out loud. And I'm like, wow, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Therapy,
when you explain it,
anybody.
It's not as good as you think.
Like I'll be like really... literally with you, I'll be like, I'm really nervous about today. There's just a lot going on. You're like, tell me what it is. And I'll be like, I have this. And then, oh, I guess I do have like an hour between that. But you have to say it out loud. Totally. And then it's so crazy. You'll be like, wow, that's so silly of me. But sometimes it takes explaining it to somebody else. And they're like, and?
Yeah. No, talking it out, having a friend that you could, turning to someone, everyone has a friend that they could like, be talked like off the ledge, I guess, with, and that's, I do feel like we do that for each other. Like
a lot, all the time, every day.
Yeah. Honestly, go back and forth and be like, oh, I had this bad thing happen to me. Like, tell me it's going to be okay. And like, it always is.
Definitely.
I think it's a shitty thing though, and I'm sorry that people feel that way, but at the same time, that's another overthinking is another thing that like honestly that it's a self-centered sort of view to think that people care about you so much that they care.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying way. And not to say I'm not saying like
no,
oh my god,
but it can help you talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, to be like oh my gosh, who am I to care, to think that people care so much about what I'm doing or what I did or what I'm posting.
And being on social media, like Brooke and I always will be like, I mean, not always because we're getting better at it, but we'll think like, oh, should I post that? Like, should I not? Like, I want to talk about this, but I'm scared, whatever. But like, we know where our heart is and what we feel is right.
And like we said, we know deep down that we're good people. We know that we're,
I can confirm you are a good person.
Yes.
I think you can confirm.
Yes.
So it's definitely comes with age. And I can't wait to just get 1 year older and be better about it.
We're nearly 25.
It's a good observation.
We wanted to talk a little bit about manifesting a good week, just like bringing in the good energy. I mean, this comes out on Wednesday, but obviously you could do it any day. I just want to be clear. Like it doesn't, I'm a big fan of like, I don't think you need a Monday to be like Monday energy. It's like literally just like it starts. Yeah. Right when you're listening to this podcast, if you want to like do these things.
Definitely.
And we just talked about how in the harsh winter months, especially here, it could get very like dreary kind of days blend together. I don't know about you. I've been having the weeks blend together.
Yes, very much so. And I'm so thankful. I think it's because when I first moved to New York, it was like August and it was Fashion Week and all these events and traveling and
the world. New York was like hype. Like things were open. Yeah.
Yes. And like, so I was riding a high of that and I was like, wow, this is just how it is. And then here we are. I literally look at my calendar. I'm like, the only thing I'm doing this week is recording Gals on the Go, and I have a nail appointment on Wednesday. And I am so thankful.
Yeah, you will fill the time.
It happens every time. But I've definitely found that manifesting a good week or kind of like setting up myself for the week has been really, really helpful. And that's not to say those are just things I have scheduled, but then like constantly making videos and editing and
we both post 2 videos a week. Obviously, we have to deal with like getting this not deal with, but we
calls every week.
There's
for
the
podcast,
deliverables,
merch designs, deliverables, cleaning. I mean everything. We fill up our days. Trust me. Sure. Yeah, because I just know the comments I'm gonna get. Oh, you have a nail appointment, but it's not like that.
No,
but
you're also really good about filling the week. Like, see, sometimes like I'll be honest with myself. Like when I have weeks like that, I'll be like, it'll be a Tuesday, and I'm like, damn, I'm just gonna like read all day or something, which is still
like this coming tomorrow. I have nothing in my schedule, and I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah, but you always find a way to fill it. I would say you do a good job of making it work.
No, definitely. It's just
I get it though.
But also like. Probably after this, I'm going to go home and kind of manifest a good week.
So what do you do?
So what I first like to do is kind of look at the days ahead. I like to make a couple plans.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. I feel like you do too. So like I want to go to another hip hop class this week. Our friend Gabby expressed interest in wanting to go to one. So I texted her and I said, do you want to go to one this week? So I'm getting one thing and that's like a fit, I'm getting my body moving. And then there's like a couple people that I still haven't like met up with in New York. So I'm like, oh, I could text them and see if they want to go get coffee, whatever. And then things like you said, always come around. It'll be like, my manager's like, can you talk at this time? Yeah. I'm like, okay, actually it's good that I have a free day or we want to go to the Dior museum this week. Yeah. And just like little stuff like that. But I think making like a couple plans or this is obviously if you're self-employed or you have a flexible schedule like us, or even if you do work a 9 to 5,
honestly,
like happy hour.
Because we do it with our boyfriends and they obviously work.
They work
normal hours and we still find a way to like get an exciting dinner or date night or something. So like there definitely are ways to do it. Like
I think just making a couple plans. And so you're excited about something. I know you wrote that down too.
Like, we talk about her all the time. Eli Rallo, the jar. Oh. She does these rules for a good week or whatever. And I like this concept a lot. So I've been like trying to apply that, like things I want to do this week, like it could be like, so, and she calls them rules. I like that because it's like, oh, like these are
goals,
goals, like must happen things this week. And it could be as simple as like, I'm going to try a new recipe. I'm going to whatever. So yeah, I like having those light plans, things to look, I like having, this might be extreme and it could be literally so small, but like have one small thing to look forward to every day. Like I'm going to watch this TV show that I love. I'm going to like eat some chocolate on Tuesday or like go get ice cream or not on season right now, but like little things each day.
I'm like excited because Wednesday we get our HelloFresh boxes.
Yeah.
Like that is in my calendar.
Me
like,
too.
I'm excited to cook.
Yeah. I have it in my calendar.
These little, I love that having, even if it is something you're excited about and that's happening on the weekends, like it gets you excited.
I think it's always good to have exciting plans in the future too. Like weekend plans, whatever, just like things to look forward to. And I feel like the small goals, and it obviously don't beat yourself up if it doesn't happen, but like, yeah, it's easier to like set the intention for it and be like, you know, this is the energy I want to go into this week with, is like, I want to like, you know, it almost like by creating small goals for the week or filling up your calendar a little bit or whatever, not completely full. I never really do that because I don't like that. Yeah. That honestly stresses me out more than having like a little bit of like breathing time and stuff.
No, it's very healthy to have breathing.
Yeah, we love that. I think that's also manifesting a good week. That is bringing in that positive energy of just being like, hey, like I am so excited and welcoming of like the energy of what the week's going to come. And that's like spiritual, but you know.
No, I like that. That's what I was going to say too. Like something I've been trying to do is at the beginning of each week, what do I want out of this week? So like for 2022, your word is passion. Mine is wellness. So like 2 weeks ago, I was very determined to have my week be wellness oriented. So I went to the spa, I took a long walk, stuff like that. So this coming week, I don't know what.
Maybe I was gonna say, or like fun. Like literally, like it could be,
and just kind of base it around that. Like if it wants to be a week of rest, then be okay with those pockets of nothing in your calendar and really just dive into that. That can also help manifest whatever you want. If you want to be active, if you want to work out more this week, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm
there, baby.
I'm there.
We're gonna have a good week.
We're gonna have a good week. We're gonna stay motivated all together. And I know that we have such a great community, and I feel like we all motivate each other so much. I completely agree.
Everyone's so positive and uplifting. So you can follow us at Gals on the Go podcast on Instagram. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe. We also have personal YouTube channels where you could catch more of our vlogs and positive content from the whole week.
Yes, you can see what we do in those moments.
Yeah, if you're like, I mean, some people only listen to the podcast. I'm sure they're like, what the hell do these people do all day?
Go watch our vlogs. We do like Week in My Life's like every week. Literally.
So, New York City, literally. And you get a visual, but you're visual if you're watching the podcast.
Yeah, I know. We've got all kinds of ways to look at us now. Terrifying. We love you guys so much. Thanks so much for being an amazing community. And we're so excited for the episodes to come. We've got some fun things coming up, as we always say, but it's true.
And we will see you guys next week.
Peace out. Bye, guys.